Right now, you are listening to Pipeline. We are your local music show here on WMBR. We play bands from across New England, and the music that we have played during this first hour is all music that has been released by bands from across New England over the course of the past week. And I've got so much that we're not even going to get to, but, you know, that way you get the best of it. That's how it works. So that's how we do this. Then each week here after I've done that, I bring a live band in and have them come and take over the airwaves here at the second hour of the show. And as I look up at the clock, we are definitely in that second hour. And so it is time for me to cede control. And the band in question this evening is Christians and Lions. Are you guys ready in there?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Everybody out in Radio Land, you ready? All right. Well, without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, this is Christians and Lions.
Thank you, Jeff. I was named while I slept, so consider it void. I was a self-loathing fighter, a good American boy, but don't bother telling me nothing. I've grown all feral and forgetful, full of soft, fitful hopes. I think it started in school. They taught me ignorance of privilege. We were a nation at war that didn't seem to know the difference. But when I heard them talk like battles could be won, I laughed. You don't actually expect me to believe trash like that. From then on, no classroom was gonna cage my resentment. I could cast my aspersions or shoulder burdens, withhold judgment. I saw messiahs, pariahs, greed slayers, and scabs, but I couldn't come home till I'd learned how to grab. So I grasped at the promised land. It's too often promised by men who would seek and then steal, then hold office, and that nothing was ever gonna get very far till we smother the old guard and put no one in charge. Until our skulls part like a flower in bloom, we will rush to get a part of what power and doom we can muster. It must be enough, enough for we're disgusting. It's all we know of love. No progress, 'cause we're all in. Who will tell the keeper? Who will tell the keeper? I'll tell the keeper. So we hoard resources in a mad dash. Fingers crossed behind our wounded backs. Parlor pinks, kitchen sink, think peace theories on what we lack. Glib admonition for ammunition and conviction strong as a spent match. I'll tell the keeper. Who will tell the keeper? I'll tell the keeper. Like household pets with broken necks, their bodies dance around their heads. And I dream in infinities, the space between dumb terror and the door rolls over itself, halves its body, breaks its back, drags its weight inches at a time. Like time. I'm like time. Like time. I'm like time. Holy Ghost stirs up, raw decrypt our roots, stalks, and leaves, feeding family trees in poor soil with blood, memories, and faith. An unfixed concept, but still purchased out of sight. We'll comb the undergrowth by that swailing fire's light. We'll not breathe nor speak. Close our eyes so we can't see. We'll see. Oh, we'll see. Thanks so much. I guess now would be a good time to remind you, or say hi if you weren't listening before, to say that we're Christians Alliance. We're from Boston and Providence and Connecticut and New Hampshire as well, actually. I think we've got representation in most of New England at this point. And then we form Voltron-like to perform devastating folk songs. Folk songs that could level buildings, really. This one's called Tender Offer. Shout in a holler for a hill to die on, chip on a shoulder that I used to cry on. Tender offer. Remember the old oak, missing leaves. Tried to put a grip of stitches in me, and your eyes searched mine for something I might know, but I knew nothing. It's just as well I grew from that sick puppy into a mama wolf whose only whelping runs. And I don't know anymore if you love me or some memory I've not recalled for months. But these tender offers, they still stand. Tender offer. Gone pioneering, came as a thief. Is it any less endearing as when a heathen takes his leave? Tender offer. Remember these tender offers. He's okay.
One, two, three, 2, 2, 3.
Winged things, prizes or pets, fastened to death with a pin in our chest, posed with a shell we both fell from the nest. To live death is our life's palimpsest. Spirited things, they dropped among leaves, buried beneath, didn't know we were seeds. Kernels of truth, assuming the lead slowly fed on our foes' entropy. Handmade examples, warnings to send, dry skin studies and jarred wet specimens, cast out the garden, lost to the wind. Ways are found in hell, they rise up from within. Shades, ageless, sun, moon will pour from the bodies that you and I used. Resurrection men can claim the refuse. If we fight, we still win when we lose. No fear of a vengeful God draws faith into my chest. To stave in the cage that cradles my heart, and tame what remains of the mess. So tell me I'm blessed. Names of the hair, names of the hair, names of the hair. Call me what you will, I'm not so entitled. Monica's fiction, the scripture verses holy libel. Names of the hair, names of the hair, names of the hair. Oh, names, names of the hair. Find and conquer. Every creeping thing, seeking shelter from all the tagging, the sagging and releasing. Names of the hair invoked as dispersant. When you cast that spell, how can you tell if it's working? names of the hair, names of the hair, names of the hair, names of the hair. I'm gonna do a couple older ones. Most of these have been off our new album. If you like it, you can hear versions with, gosh, even more instruments than you're hearing tonight. We have Spotify, Bandcamp, all that good stuff. Christians, ampersand, Lions, or just christiansandlions.com. I know I'm talking like I'm on bedtime magic, but here's Gimme Diction. It's like some overbearing tax on praxis. How I'm supposed to feel bad for this when all I've sworn to do is hold so like a cold and haunted bronchial tubes. And my love for you is harmless as fallen fruit. I've picked up quick, how nice. With jaw cradles a fist. You made it look like an accident. And no, one finds truth among tooth that march round my parched mouth, singing science to the beat of their own gums. Lies we advertise, bastardized pigeon insult, a lingua franca of heroes and villains, failure. I don't know it any more than I know success, and it ain't my mess. I won't, baby, you won't wipe your mouth when the talk stops. Oh, 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 stop. And I won't, baby, you I won't wipe your mouth, oh no. Over the tracks with a sack full of matches, I'm gonna burn all the letters I've wrote. Don't worry, darling, I ain't brave enough to catch at this fire that's licking my hopes. Besides, if I went up like a soaked rolling paper, and I'd still be fast burning out. And what's the use of a good, strong new worse when your problems too much hanging around. So I walked back crashing, my pockets full of ash in the late summer moon's holy glow. Love me to death on the banks of every river, oh well, every breath in brought me home. 'Cause if home's where hearts is, beating like a bird's wing, then I've many homes and I should said a man who wasn't homeless. I'm always just traveling, out taking walks around my neighborhood. Wisdom it comes, but age don't unlock it. You've gotta spend all the passion you found, with more change in their heads than in all of their pockets. Some can show you the way to slow down. Oh, sometimes we all need to slow down. Thanks so much for listening. Again, we are Christians and Lions from various parts of New England, largely Boston and Providence. I'll take the opportunity while I'm tuning to introduce the band. My name is Ben, and, well, you don't need to know where he is in relation to me because, you know, this is radio. But, counterclockwise is Chris Mara on drums, and then counterclockwise from Chris will continue. Actually, you know what? Let's jump diagonally. Diagonally across from Chris Mara is Matt Sisto playing bass tonight, filling in last minute. Matt is usually our guitarist, so big ups, Matt. And then clockwise from Matt is Chris Barrett, who is, yeah, it is more of a square. You're right. I wasn't going to get into it, but now that you mention it, well, this whole thing's been a sham, and obviously I'm going to have to start over with announcing everyone. But anyway, Chris Barrett is playing trumpet and a little bit of synth tonight. Everybody's kind of, bringing their A game, adding a little bit more spice into the stew that is Christians Lions tonight. So all this time spent tuning here, but we're going to have a couple more songs in different tunings. I couldn't think of another word. What do you think? Keys? I mean, they'll be in different keys for sure, but different tunings. Well, with that very important announcement, this one's called Is to His Art To. It's another off the new album. Our first in 10 years. I've been playing with most of y'all for over 10 years. All of y'all, actually. Everybody was on the 2007 record. Lord Almighty. Here we go. To as art to the center it won't hold. Dead hand signal from a dweller on the threshold. What is pain? kept nectar, fistful of cemetery dirt. Trust and belief come crying at the back door. Milk will run out and they won't come around no more. Let the tabby drowse, blinking wisdom through the house. I will know good deed from sin. On the day my play comes in, there'll be another short tuning break. Until we get that 3 guitar money, I'm going to have to tune this one guitar for all of my tuning needs. What else can I say? I'll tell you what else I can say. Most of these songs are from our new record, which is called Young Familiar. Again, it is everywhere, streaming right now. It's also on cassette tape. Believe it or not, cassettes are back, baby. It's the perennial thing that your local music blog writes about, if those are still a thing. And it is cassettes. But yeah, no, they never went away. But we have them, and they'll be online at some point, but not until the masses have gotten their fill at our 2 cassette release shows coming up so quickly. This Friday. If you're listening to this on an archive show, I'm sorry, but you've already missed it. But if you're listening live right now, you've still got a chance to be there. Friday at Pink Noise Studios, which is in Somerville. Go on and Google it, and I think you'll figure out where it is. Otherwise, ask somebody with glasses and maybe a septum ring where they're going on Friday night. And you can come see us play with Audrey Ryan, who just put out a great new record this past year, as well as Eleanor, who also put out a fantastic record this year. Both really, really amazing bands. I like a 3-band show. It's perfect. It's bite-sized. It's an entree that's just enough food, and you don't have to take any home later and be like, I'm not going to eat this scoop of mashed potatoes. And then Saturday, we're in Warren, Rhode Island at Fort Foreclosure, which is the artistic home of one of my favorite artists, William Schaff, which is great. And William helped us put together a show with Mark Dobbin, who's a really excellent guitarist. So a lot of good stuff coming up, and we'll talk about it more probably later with Jeff. Thanks to Jeff and to everybody here at Pipeline for having us. Thanks, Brian, for doing sound. David, for helping us set up. It's great to be back here again. We've all been here in one iteration or another at some point since the last record we put out, but it's good to be back. Feels like home. I like the camo sound panels, too. I think those are new, but I'm into it. I'm about it. This song is called Professional Medium. It is a song about getting paid to be average. Professional medium drew me close. Said at the very least, try not to be the most. The leader of the pack eats, sit and dies. Stay on toward the middle and strategize. I said, I don't want much. He stopped me there. You don't wanna want much. You made that clear. And oh, is that right? Oh, what had he seen on the inside? Diagnosed young with immense potential, hunger insatiable yet deferential. Lost leading achieve a better value intense. Now is the winner of our free content. I still wanna be some rare creature, reaching past featureless effete, crowd pleaser, cog in the machine, oh, coquettish clock teaser, anachronistic hack, sacrilegious fever. And oh, is that wrong? Oh, to put it in a song. Whether it was harmless camp from another also ran. A bad actor wasn't certain, but I know I'm a little extra and I'll probably wonder where I stand with no direction till curtain. Well, that's it for us.
Christians and Lions here on Pipeline. Thank them very much. They'll be in here in a few. We'll have them chat and see what they've got to say for themselves. And before that, we had Christians and Lions performing live, and now they are joining us in the studio. Welcome, gentlemen.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah.
Hey.
Talking to the mic for a second.
Thanks for having...
That mic is so low. I don't know why.
Ooh. Thanks for having us.
Yeah. No, let Ben have the quiet one.
Sounds good. Yeah, I'm a loud person.
We don't need lots of Ben. You already had you singing the whole
Yeah, I
time.
had them like the whole time.
Exactly. Why don't you guys introduce yourselves to everybody on Radioland? Tell them what you did during this evening's performance. First off.
I'm Ben, and I sang and played guitar.
Oh, that's distorted. All right.
I'm Matt. I played bass.
I'm Chris M. I played drums.
I'm Chris B. I played some brass.
Well, thank you all for coming in. It was nice to have you. I was trying to. Has it been? Do you know when the last time we had a Christians and Lions performance here on the radio?
Under that name?
Yeah.
Uh,
I mean,
probably.
not that you haven't been here like 7 times since then, but
I don't know. Did we ever play under that name?
yeah.
It would have been like 2000.
I think there's 2 Christian and Lions performances back in the day.
Whoa.
Were you on one of them, Matt?
I think I was only here with Spirit Kid.
Yeah, because that's what I was trying to figure out. If it was 07, you probably would have been here. If it was like 09, Chris may have been here.
I think I
May have
was.
been
I think I
Greg.
was, and I don't really remember it, but I think I was.
I'm sure this is really interesting for your
Yeah,
listeners.
this is the most important part, exactly. Wait, no, I think, yeah. So how did this happen? Now, Bent Shapes dissolved and somehow Christians and Lions has been resurrected from the dead. What was this process?
It was always around there, creeping behind stacks of records and whatnot. But Bench Shapes finished up in December of 2016, if I remember correctly, and then about right after that I started playing solo just because I wanted to play shows again. And so I was bringing out a lot of kind of folkier stuff out of the vaults. I had some unfinished Christians Lions stuff lying around, so I started finishing those songs up. I was playing out as Young Familiar, and then I started adding people in. Eventually I wanted to like record it all, so I asked a bunch of people to join me on the record. It turned out that it was a lot of people who had done Christians Lions stuff. There were half-finished Christians Lions songs that became songs. And so by the end of it, I was like, it seems silly to not put this out under the name Christians Alliance, so Young Familiar became the album title.
That seems like a good way to use a good name that as well.
Yeah, it also already bought like 100 stickers, so I was like, well, I should do something with this.
Well, maybe you should be a little less quick on the trigger finger with it when you're on the sticker website at 2:00 in the morning.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
That's the lesson here.
Yeah.
So.
What about all the Cool Dog stickers we bought?
Cool Dogs?
Yeah.
Did we get Cool Dog stickers?
No, we didn't.
We got I had a lot of Geordie LaForge stickers when I worked at a thrift store. I got probably a grip of like, I would say between 80 and 100.
Like a face shot, or?
It was like a portrait.
Okay.
And it had like a not holographic, like a glittery gold border. And I used to just slap them all over everything. Yeah. So if you see a Geordie LaForge sticker out there somewhere,
It's probably your
probably
fault.
mine.
Yeah. What else is on tap at this point? You got a show coming up this Saturday over at Pink Noise.
Yep. Yeah, we got the show at Pink Noise to officially release the album to the world on Friday, and then to release the album to Rhode Island, which is a whole nother world, is Saturday at Warren.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And then who knows?
You don't have anything after that. It's a whole new game.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. We all are also in other projects. You guys should talk about your other projects. Me and Matt just started a band called Fruiting Body. And
What kind of band is Fruiting Body, Matt?
it's a
Or
good
do you have any
Strange.
idea yet?
Loud,
Okay.
fun.
All right.
The guitars don't sound at all like guitars. Kind of intentional. Well, I don't want to say too much.
You can say as much as you want.
We have to surprise people.
That's true.
They sound like chainsaws.
Hopefully.
All right.
That sounds good.
All right. Good.
Computers.
Why don't we just get chainsaws?
You could be a Jackal cover band.
That's true. We're going to talk off air about this chainsaw idea. I don't want to. Now I don't want to reveal too much about the chainsaws. And
And you guys?
Sarah.
I've been here with both the Crumb Bouquet and Baby Driver. Both are going strong. Crumb Bouquet's been playing more recently.
Go buy the record.
Go buy the record, definitely.
The record came out not that long ago. It's on beautiful vinyl.
Yeah, and so those are still kind of floating around.
It's a good way to keep yourself busy when you're drumming for 3 acts that are
Yeah,
somewhat active-ish.
yeah. I like 3 active-ish bands.
Yeah.
It sounds like I'm busy.
Yeah.
and I'm not. But they're 3 bands.
Yeah.
So it's,
No, I understand how that ends up happening sometimes very well. So
right,
unfortunately.
yeah.
And you, Chris?
Oh, well, have I been in here with Kingsley Flood? I can't remember. Have we done Pipeline?
There was one Kingsley Flood set that we did back in the day.
That's what
Yeah.
I thought.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, we're still together. People are having babies, so we're
That really
working on-
changes scheduling.
kind of,
more than
yeah,
anything.
it slows things down a bit, and songs get written with dirty diapers, that sort of thing. So
Mhm.
we're working on that stuff. And I have Space Cranes, which is the Christmas project, but I don't know if we have anything new coming this year, but we have last year's record.
Yeah, you've got a few Christmas records up online.
a few of them
which
up there,
which is
so.
always nice. So
Oh, cool. Thanks for asking about it.
yeah. I pay attention to these. I mean, I've done this Christmas show for 10 years running and been able to do, just local stuff from this year usually. So
Nice.
it makes it very fun to try to figure out how on earth to fill 2 hours that way.
When do you have to start, like, curating that? That seems like it could take forever.
Well, usually I start curating it, as soon as I notice songs during the year that are Christmas. If like somebody releases a record in July and there's like, hey, there's a Christmas song on it. I'll make a document and like just take the URL.
Is it just like sleigh bells?
Sometimes it is. I mean, but sometimes there's actual Christmas songs that pop. You know, it all depends what happens to be a Christmas song. And then of course there's the songs that came out at the end of 2018 after I did my show last year. It's like, maybe some of these are worth grabbing as well, but.
Now, is it primarily Christmas music, or do you get any kind of like year end, like New Year tunes?
There's usually a couple New Year, like one or two New Year's tunes. There's probably there's rarely any other Christmas holiday songs. There's usually like one Joe Hanukkah song that's typically a parody of something, and then
You're just talking about the Hanukkah song by Adam Sandler.
Yeah, well, I mean, but there's every year that some band somebody does one of some sort or other that's a great Hanukkah joke or great
They're
being.
gonna do a serious one. There's already been a joke one. It's over and over again.
That's just what it is. I mean, I don't know what it is about Hanukkah and jokes. I'm not going to make any assumptions.
Well, I'm not the person to write it, but
Yeah.
I want somebody out there to do it.
Yeah, and then usually there's like two sets of like winter seasonal songs, you know, the Let It Snow sort of things that aren't explicitly Christmas, but are definitely of that moment.
I'd like to do like a pagan one. Like maybe there's a whole lot of really great like
There's lots of options
Polish,
for you, dude.
Slavic, like grab the goat's head and
Yeah.
go
Yeah,
door
there really
to
aren't any
door
Krampus
and-
songs, are there?
Oh, there are.
Oh,
Oh, there's definitely Krampus songs now. Krampus is all the rage. So, all right. Well, thank you guys very much. Christians and Lions here on Pipeline. Next week is our pledge drive. We've got a bunch of stuff going, including both Henning Olenbush and Philip Price coming out from Northampton and playing live, amongst other things. So I'm going to play a tune from Earth, It Can Be So Sweet, a tribute to Henning Olenbush that has just come out. And here is the Winter Pills, which Philip Price is the singer of, doing his song, The Holdout. Closing things off tonight here on Pipeline. We'll see you next week during Pledge Drive. Check us out.